Coming up, how do you define success? What does the term successful mean to you? I'm going to be speaking to Kaplan, self-made, successful businesswoman and star of The Real Housewives of Toronto, in our studio. Believe it or not, she is a mother of 8, and she just wrote a new book on how to be successful in spite of yourself. We'll be right back. Speaking of success, do you ever feel the cards that you've been dealt in life are unfair and leave you at a disadvantage? Well, our next guest is here to tell us that is just not true. She is the author of this book called How to Be Successful in Spite of Yourself. And we are joined by author Kaplan, who you might also recognize from The Real Housewives of Toronto. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me
here. This
is
such a fun book. Okay, I want you kind of to explain to everybody how the title came about, because as you can see, it says How to Be Successful in Spite of him crossed out and then yourself. Tell us about that title.
The him is crossed out, but if you talk to women, a lot of women will say, oh, I could have done that, but I got married and I got divorced and now I have to look after the kids. Or they grew up with a parent or parents that were in a dysfunctional atmosphere,
right,
and they blame it all on what's happened to them in the past. They blame it on him. But it isn't him. It's what you can do with yourself. And the only person that can get you out of that bad headspace, and it's a headspace, is yourself.
And you know from experience, because you were divorced and you had 2 little ones. Tell that story about you were bathing your children.
I was a single mom.
That was an aha moment.
Yes, I was a single mom with 2 kids. And I don't know what happened to my ex-husband. He followed him offshore, money offshore. I've got these 2 little kids, and all of a sudden, I'm in this world where I never expected to be that woman, that single mother. I always pictured I'd be married forever, perfect life, everything. And there I am, 2 little kids. Nobody would ever want me again was in my head. I'm looking after the kids. I'm crying while I'm bathing them. And they looked up at me and they started crying. And I thought, they're crying because of me. And that was a moment I thought, I'm in control of not only them, but of me. And how I act is how those kids are going to respond. And I made a decision to take control. Single mom, no money.
And that's what you did. Yes. I have to say, that story just kind of, you as a parent, you feel that and think, wow, I get what she's saying. Okay, so the book is a lot of fun, by the way. It's very funny with some important information. But in the book, you say that there are 2 types of people in the world, those who wait for opportunities to happen and those that make opportunities happen. So let's break them down, as you have said in your book. The if-onlys. Who are the if-onlys? Who are these people? What are they doing?
Well, so you talk to people and you go, if only I had had that job offer, if only I had been at the right place, if only. Those things don't happen. There's no such thing as luck. Luck is really where preparedness and opportunity are met. So when you're ready in life and you get that call and you get that job offer, or you meet Mr. Right, it's because you've set yourself up to be ready for Mr. Right, or ready for that job offer, or ready for that big, big thing. And you set those visions, those dreams high enough, you can have anything.
Okay, and then the doers.
The doers are the ones that make it happen. They get ready for that moment when opportunity knocks on the door and you're prepared to just go with it.
And they take advantage of it.
And you can have anything. If you get your mindset, when you get into full control of creating your own world, your own realities, you can recognize when opportunity comes in the door. If you're so busy hiding under the sheets and saying, I don't want to be there, you're not going to recognize it.
Okay, then what is the third type?
The ones that step it up a notch. You go for everything. And you look at those people that are really, really super, super successful. You go, that could be me. Like, what stops you from being every single thing you ever wanted to be, except for yourself?
Okay, so how do you get there? How do you get that mind block out? And how do you get to be either the doer or the third type?
Well, the biggest thing you can do is read the book.
That's a good thing to do, right?
Yeah. Well, the book is broken down into simplicity. It's broken down into 6 sections where you look at getting yourself in physical shape, because why wouldn't you? You eat well, you are mind prepared, you have a value statement that you live off of, and you get the relationships in order. You get rid of all those people that are negative in your life, that don't pick you up and help you move forward, even if that's a husband, a mother-in-law, whatever, the best friend that isn't really a best friend. When that phone rings and you're looking at it and going, I don't want to talk to them. Don't talk to them. Get rid of all the people that get in your way. So relationships are really important. And focusing on your financial self, super important. So get all of that and then step it up a big notch and go for the stars.
I love that. Okay, so you obviously are an optimist. What do you have to say to people who are sitting at home watching this and they're feeling like they're not in the best time in their life and they don't have this positivity that you are oozing? What do you do?
Well, it gets better. Life gets better. You're alive. What could be worse? You're alive. Life gets better. So get up tomorrow morning or this moment and say, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to do little steps that will make the changes in my life, because if you believe that you can make the change, then change will happen.
Okay. Great advice. Okay, we have to ask about the Real Housewives of Toronto. You said you're an unhousewife. What does that mean?
Well, I'm not. I've always been a working woman, and I like being in control of my husband. And being in control of my husband means I'm in control of my own life. So if I don't want him, he's out. But actually, I want him. I like this one.
Yeah, I like this one.
I do. And if you ever change husbands, go up a diamond, go up a carat. Every husband. A little word of advice.
Oh wow! No wonder mine is so small. I've been with the same one for a long time who I happen to love. Okay, wait.
But you can renew like every 5 years.
There you go.
Yeah.
What are you doing later? You should meet my husband. Okay, lift up your leg. You guys have got to see these shoes. I've been going nuts over these. This is what happens when you're successful, right? Oh my gosh, these are beautiful. And you were teasing me that you're not going to be able to wear them again now because I took pictures of them.
Because I'm going to put them on Instagram.
No, I don't think so.
And now you have to throw them up.
Those are special. You can wear wherever you want. Okay, so people probably want to learn more about you. They want to learn more about the show. They want to learn more about your book. Where should they go? What website?
They can go to AnnKaplan.com. It's a Kaplan or AnnKaplan_own it on Instagram.
Very nice. And I have to say, yes, you said it's broken down, very simple people, good advice, and it's really funny too. And what a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you
Thanks
so much.
Thanks for coming in, and we'll talk about the shoes and what size you are, because I might have to borrow those afterwards. They're gorgeous. Thanks for coming in. And coming up next, we celebrate Black History Month. Brittany Payton takes us inside the famous Du Sable Museum. We'll be right back.